YouTube, welcome back to my channel. This is Marcus, man. Another day I'm checking in with y'all. Today is Wednesday, October 22nd. It's currently about 5:24 in the afternoon. I usually, y'all know I usually record these earlier in the morning time, but got caught up with a little bit of work today. Had to get a lot of editing done. Took me a little bit longer to get my videos out today. Like I told y'all, if y'all let me know down in the comments if it is harder to upload videos in the daytime. Y'all let me know that, because like I said, I don't, for some reason, for some reason, like during the daytime, if I'm trying to upload videos and get them out on YouTube, it takes sometimes it's on my thing like hour and a half, but like later in the daytime it'll say 20 minutes, 25 minutes. And I'm also thinking that a lot of people, a lot of YouTubers and stuff upload their videos early in the daytime. So I think that's a big part of it. So I try to wait a little later when there's less people are uploading and they get the stuff out. So I understand it, but yeah, man, everything went good. Great news. Like I told you, the last 2 days, Monday and Tuesday, my daughter got a blue. I told y'all before. Purple. Before I hop into that, if you're new to the channel, man, I'm Marcus. Coach Floyd, to the guys that I train. I'm a football trainer. If you've seen on this vlog, I've put up videos probably the last couple of years. They were mostly just training videos. You can tap in and see some of those. I haven't got away from those. I'll go back to those. But this is pretty much my daily vlog channel. Like I said, if you go back and watch some of my videos, if you know what's been going on, it's just a way for me to check in, like a voice diary, to let y'all know how I'm going, ups, downs, highs, and lows, and just the everyday life, man. Kind of document my life going on, be able to something for me to look back on, my kids look back on, and just document my life as when it's not so good, and then as it gets greater. So I challenge everybody to do that, man. It's definitely good for stress. It came along during the time I was going through a little rough patch mentally, and it's definitely helped me to release stress. A lot of stuff that I was harboring and holding on to, I can release it this way. So it's definitely a good way for me to get that stress out. But like I said, man, yeah, this is definitely a therapy for me. I know people go to therapists and people, do different things, and I will say, like, for most people, the longer you go in life, what was therapy and what worked for you when you were younger, it changes when you get older. It's different things that you have to find and do. You got to switch it up to release that stress, because sometimes a routine that you've been doing for so long and always work to release that, if you can't get to that like you used to, then you got to find something else. So this definitely helped me through a time. It's just going through my own mental stuff, and as a man, that's not easy to say. That's not easy to admit when we mentally going through stuff, because as men we go through a lot of stuff, man. I can speak for most of the men out there. We go through a lot of mental stuff that we don't get off our chest, we don't talk about, right? We just harbor it, we hold it in, and then eventually sometimes it can go down harboring so much that we explode. So I challenge all men, I'm speaking to all men out there, women too, but for my men, man, we gotta find a safe space to get it out. Sometimes we can find it in our family, sometimes we can find it in our significant other, sometimes we can find it in our group of friends. But whatever that case may be, or whatever group of people that you confide in, make sure that group is genuine and they genuinely gonna not just tell you what you want to hear, and give you a safe space, man. Challenge everybody to give you a safe space for you to get stuff out and talk about other stuff besides the norm, or sports and females, or females talking about men. It's truly check on people and see how they feeling, man. So that's what I've done for the last 3 weeks, man. If you see, I think about 12, 13 days ago, that's when I posted the first video. I posted it before then. I think I had posted 4 months ago, so I had been off of it for a little while, just not being consistent. But this also, I found a way for me to be consistent. I'm actually more consistent now on this channel than I've ever been before. Like I said, my videos before were sporadic, and then how we all do, you check your views and you ain't getting no views, or you're not getting the instant gratification that you're looking for, and then you're like, I'm going away from it. But I was drawn back to it this time, not for gratification at all. I was drawn back to it this time for a safe space and going through something for me to release stressful things that were going on in my life and then once I got it out and I hear myself speaking and I say it, then it's released. You know, like it's like a weight off your shoulders, and then you release it and you let it go. And, you know, it's not controllable. It doesn't affect me anymore. You know, I only control what I can control, and the mind is a strong thing that we gotta be able to control as men. We lose that's it, right? We gotta be able to control our emotions, control our feelings. You know, a lot of times keep them in because we can't talk to somebody about them. So this came along in the right time, and like I said, I first posted that first video when I was vulnerable, and I was in a vulnerable state, and it was hard, and it took a while. Even after I recorded it took a while just for me to hit that upload button, right? Because it was real. It was me being authentic. It was me being me, you know. And even though you may give a certain part of you to somebody or other people, we don't give all. We don't share our deep dark secrets, or not even necessarily deep dark secrets of what we really going through. We don't really share that to people, you know, because we also feel a lot of times when we are open and vulnerable in those moments, that we may share that with somebody, and then that person will throw it back up on our face later, right? So we don't really do that stuff. But this was a therapy to me. I'm not talking to a physical human in front of me where I can see their facial expressions and I'm like, they judging me already. You know, this is talking to y'all. This is a judgment-free zone for me, and y'all giving me a lending ear to let me be able to feel comfortable in a safe space enough to get out those true feelings and let people know, or let you know what the real is about. Because we all going through stuff, man. It's not, like I said, it's not just me. And like I said, I posted it to encourage other people, you know, to come out, open up, you know, and be real, you know, and be real. Stop holding it back. Get it off your chest. Say it. Speak it. Get it out. Because once you get it out, then you release it, and it has no more of a hold over you, right? It has no more weight over you like that. So that's why I started. And then, like I said, 3 weeks later, man, I'm still going, recording every single day. Now I'm holding myself accountable, and y'all holding me accountable to keep dropping these videos every single day, because I want to check in with you. I want to let you know how I'm feeling, what's going on, highs. If I'm doing good, you're gonna know if I'm doing good. If it's a low and I'm back to where I was, and I'm gonna let you know, because I hopefully at that point y'all can help me get out of it, give me some advice, and vice versa. So, like I said, from where I was 3 weeks ago, man, I'm in a much better place now. Just mentally better, man. Getting it out. Like I said, talking to y'all every single day, holding myself accountable. These have become daily check-ins. Like I told y'all, this has become my spot, like my safe space that I can come to, get away from the family at times, and it's just quiet. And it's, like I said, I call it we call it garage talks, man. Just being real and update y'all what's going on in regular and everyday life. Yeah, like I said, my daughter went to school today. She came home with that purple today. I knew because she was excited. Like I said, it's if you don't know, the purple is gray, blue is a little bit under. She been coming home with the blues, but she got the purple. So the purple was good, man. Just to see that she overcame something, and that was good, because just like I overcome something, we always want to let our children know that they can overcome something too. So the fact that she overcame it was great. She got through it. It was a breakthrough for her, mentally, for her to get through something, and it made me happy, so like I said, it's good today. 2 more days of the week. Today is Wednesday, hump day, so we getting through it. Like I said, man, everything's going good. Like I said, I'm still uploading. This will be a daily check-in. I always upload it on this channel right now, focused on my flow. If you haven't subscribed, go down and subscribe, hit that notification bell. My other channel, like I've said before, but if you're new to the channel, I have 2 channels. This is focused on my flow. Go over to my other channels, my React channel, Coach Floyd Reacts, no spaces. That's the channel where I do mostly right now. I'm doing a lot of sports stuff, sports talk, because we in sports season right now. Everything's going on: football, basketball, high school football, collegiate football. Everything's going on. Basketball, collegiate basketball is getting ready to start. NBA just had their season opener yesterday, which I did post some a reaction video to the 2 season opener games, which went on last night. Had a hell of a game by OKC and Houston Rockets, went to double overtime, so that's already up. Go check that one out, man. Smash that like button, subscribe, man. And then I also commented on the Golden State Warriors and the Lakers. I think Luka Doncic dropped like 40 some points. Lakers still got the win, but 2 good games on the season opener, man. There's some more games coming on tonight, so I will react to those once they happen tonight, and I'll post those tomorrow. But yeah, man, go watch those reaction channels. That's a little different vibe. We joke over there, we kick it, but we, like I said, with those, we watching the video together at the same time. It's the first time I'm seeing it, so it's no point of me. Like I said, I ain't gonna watch it without y'all. We gonna watch it together for the first time and get that reaction, man. Give y'all a little bit of my knowledge about that. I grew up playing a lot of basketball, so before I got to my love of football, but just give a little reaction over there, have a good time, man. Oohs and ahs, and see all the plays, man. Excited, new season. But yeah, man, with this channel, man, like I said, got up this morning. Like I said, I was a little late to this video because it just stuff isn't uploading, so I had trouble getting my reaction videos out. I got those out first. Like I said, I try and start early, but like I said, I started to realize now that earlier in the day, I think everybody, all the creators over YouTube and content creators right now are uploading in the daytime. So I try to sneak a couple in during the day. Usually my videos on this channel, they go straight through because I told y'all before, I use the editing software DaVinci Resolve, and I can send it straight to my YouTube page. So I have no problem with this channel's vlogs. I have a problem with my reaction channel because I can edit it with DaVinci Resolve. But like I said, I've asked before, if any of y'all write down in the comments and let me know, how do you send your final product on DaVinci Resolve? How do you send it to a different YouTube page? Because I can send it to these videos to this YouTube page, but when I edit out my reaction videos, I can't send them to my reaction YouTube page. They just send it all to this YouTube page. So if y'all got the answer to that, please comment down below and let me know. But yeah, usually my reaction videos I upload straight to YouTube, and it'll tell me like 2 hours, hour and a half, and it'll take all day. So that's why I got up a little late. Hence why I'm recording this video a little later today. But like I said, got through the day. Picked up my daughter. She did great today. Got back on that purple. Got back on track. Came home, just spending some time with family. Like I told y'all, man, I'm husband, father of 2. I got a daughter that's gonna be 6 next month, and I have a son that's also gonna be turning 1 next month. So if y'all know, if you have kids, man, it's hectic in the house. I try to get most of my work done when my daughter's at school, but still have my son. So the editing world and the creation world of content, and I'm trying to get in. I've been dabbling with it for a little while, but it's work. A lot of people look at content creators, and I've done that in the past, and think it's not a job. It's a job, man. It's a full-time job. It takes creation, because it's millions and thousands of videos that get dropped every single day. It's creation, but as long as you're not trying to be nothing else and trying to be and just being authentically yourself, then I found out that then it's not work. You're not trying to edit it out. Like I've said before, man, you try to make everything look so perfect, right? A lot of us look on YouTube and videos and see the flashiness and see all that stuff, and that's not real. That's an edited version of what the real is, right? So my thing with this was doing these videos, man, it's a check-in. It's real. It's authentic. If it's stuff going on, I'm gonna talk to you about it. Stuff going on with myself, I'm always gonna check in first and let you know how I'm doing, how I'm feeling. And if I'm not feeling so good, I'm gonna let you know that too. I'm not gonna hide that. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it or not talk about it, because like I said, I mean, this is my therapy. You guys are my therapist, and this is my therapy. I'm talking to y'all with no judgment, open ears, and I'm just letting it flow and let it come out. So like I said, man, I'm in a good spot as of Wednesday, October 22nd. Like I said, I don't know what tomorrow's gonna bring, but as I know, as of today, I felt good, and yesterday I felt good too. So we just keep praying to God and put everything first, man. Make sure we take it day by day, second by second, minute by minute, hour by hour, and eventually, if we speak positivity in, man, positive things will happen. We are creatures of habit, so the less negativity that we think about or process in our brain, and less negativity that we have around ourselves, then at that point, as long as we get rid of that negativity, we make more room for more positivity, or those positive things that we're asking for. We make room for those positive things to now come in and come to fruition. So like I said, I'm a big person of speaking things into existence, but I also am a big person of you not doing things looking for a reward, right? Because I mean, I can say if that's the case, I can say, hell, I've been coaching and training for 10 years now. Since 2015 is when I started coaching, and I'm nowhere near as I feel of what I've done, and I don't speak much about what I've done, but in all actuality, I should be, from what I've done, the time that I've put in, I should be at the highest level of it right now. But then, it's stuff that happens, and I do believe that a lot of times you are where you're supposed to be are. Success is given to those who work hard, and also sometimes it's just not meant for everybody. You can change only so much. I do believe that things are already written, but it doesn't make me not be optimistic about it. Things can change and things can be happening. Because like I said, I've affected many young men in a training and coaching space that I've put in positions to have a way better life than me, and at the end of the day, that's not rewarded in money, but that's what fills my cup to give young men in the coaching and training space a lifestyle, especially when I started high school, give them a lifestyle and allow them to be able to see things that I've only dreamt of. And that's cool in a way, because that's fulfillment to me, man. I've sent some guys over to colleges and they're experiencing things that I've never seen. I've never experienced it before. I've only dreamt it. It was my dream to do it, but that wasn't what my calling was, and I'm okay with that, because they get to live out something and experience things, and I can live vicariously through them, and it's cool, But I understand what I'm supposed to be and what I'm supposed to be doing, and that's hard. I will say this: I challenge a lot of people, man. Find your passion. I found at a very young age, early 20s, when I was away from it for a while, I knew what my passion was. I knew what I loved doing. At that point, you just got to figure out how do you turn it into revenue, but you're never doing it for the revenue. It's cool if it comes back, if it can take care of your life, the thing that you love to do, it can take care of you financially. But that's not why we do it, right? It's not, because like I said, if that's the case, my success in this space hasn't been anywhere near it should be, especially with the time and effort that I've put into it. But I didn't get into it for the financial reasons. Now, if you ask me how many young men's lives that I've affected, yeah, my numbers are high in that. So I take that as a win, and that's what I got into it for. So, but like I said, man, things have been going good. Staying clear, taking my time to myself. I say as men, we got to be more selfish to ourselves. Take time to ourselves, because sometimes we get caught up in just a day-to-day process of taking care of everybody else. And I can tell you from experience, you begin to resent people, resent actions, because you start to think that no one thinks about you. And in all actuality, that's true, man. You sit back sometimes and you watch this that's done, and you sit back like, damn, man, nobody's thinking about me, and nobody's doing for me, which they shouldn't. They don't have to, but it's nice sometimes. And we do a lot as men. We do a lot, and as men, it's never really appreciated and never really said about. But that's just part of what we deal with. But if you don't have time to yourself, you don't have time to get away to yourself and remind yourself who you are, that you're doing a good job and that you're proud of yourself. We get so caught up in the day-to-day stuff, man, that we just burn ourselves into the ground sometimes. And that's where the frustration comes from. That's where the acting out comes from. And as men, we just got to do a better job of taking time, even if that calls for us getting up an hour or two earlier, just to sit in a certain place where it's just quiet, meditation, and just being quiet with our thoughts. Just get our mind set and ready for the day. Sometimes there's stuff that we got to do. So I challenge people to do that. But like I said, that's just the stuff that I've been doing lately, and it's been working. It's been working. So whatever works for you, man, do it. Find something that makes you happy, fills your cup up, fills your heart up with joy, man. And I challenge everybody to do that, man. But yeah, man, like I said, been doing good, man. I'm gonna get back in here to the family, man. Time to. It's 5:43 right now. By the time I'll post this up, it should probably get up. Hopefully it gets through kind of fast, but it's time to take care of family, start that night routine, man. Hopefully try to get the kids in the bed early enough so me and my wife can still have time to pour into each other. Because, sometimes with kids, you forget about one another, and after a while, you turn into just roommates because you're taking care of your children. And I challenge any young men that get in relationships, man, especially when you have kids, understand that it's a part of it that's gonna change. And if you become just parents, now you're just roommates, financial roommates, taking care of kids. If you guys stop pouring into each other, man, that's where the problems happen. Sometimes you gotta separate yourself from the kids and remember that he or she is the person that you fell in love with. And a lot of times I hear people go back and forth with that, but your spouse comes first before your kids. It's my spouse first, it's my wife first, then my kids, right? Because at the end of the day, your kids are going to get older, they're going to go off, find somebody that they love, and they're going to move on, right? And then you become alone by yourself because you spent so much time pouring into your kids that you forgot about your significant other. That's how a lot of divorces and stuff happen. Sometimes you got to sit back and just remember, hey, that person's there too, right? Okay, y'all go find something to do as kids. But I can't forget about this person because that's the person that loves me unconditionally. And when I get gray and old, that's the person that said till death do us part was going to be there. So I challenge all my young men in relationships like that, young men or women, man. Pour into your significant other. Don't forget about them. But yeah, man, with that being said, man, it's been a great day. Beautiful weather. Like I ended as always, like I tell y'all, I appreciate y'all for locking in with me. Subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed already. I'm dropping daily check-ins. So make sure you subscribe. Hit that subscribe button to focus on my flow. Go over, hit that subscribe button on my React channel, Coach Floyd Reacts. Subscribe to both of those channels. Turn on the notification bell to both of those channels so you're always notified when I'm dropping, because I'm dropping daily content on both channels. I'm making sure y'all holding me accountable, so I'm gonna keep dropping, man. But like I told y'all, man, I appreciate y'all. Love y'all to death as always. When I end it off, man, love on your loved ones. Let them know that you love them, he or she, and appreciate people when they're there, man, and they're in your life, because you never know when something can happen and that person may not be there the next day. All right, man. But like I said, I love y'all to death, man. Appreciate y'all for locking in with me, man. Until next time, which will be tomorrow. Until tomorrow, man. Peace.